A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hello and welcome back to A+. We're here for day 2 of our article, The Wish Tree. Warm-up question for you, Elsie. Who do you most want to be friends with?
我最想要跟谁当朋友 I want to be friends with people who are kind, generous, not selfish,
Give you gifts?
and honest.
Wow, that's a really good set of descriptors for a friend. That's super important. When I hear this question, I think maybe about, is there a specific person or celebrity or historical figure who I would like to be friends with? I think one of my favorite people in the world is Stephen Fry. Do you know this person?
No.
He's a British guy and he's on TV and he does documentaries and comedy. And he's just a really cool, intelligent and kind person who makes important films about society.
Okay, so you want to be friends with him
Yeah.
the most.
So I can learn from him.
Then what would you want to talk about with him?
Maybe we could talk about science and nature and, you know, things going on in the world today and how we can help.
Nice.
You guys can think about this question too. If you could choose any kind of friend in the world, who would you want to be friends with and why? But for now, we're going to dive into the article about the wish tree. And yesterday, when we left off, Maeve found a baby.
Right next to the tree.
Is she going to take care of the baby?
Or just leave the baby there.
Let's find out.
Wish tree. Warm-up question. Who do you most want to be friends with?
Maeve adopted the baby and named her Amadora. Now, Amadora's great-granddaughter, Francesca, is the owner of this block's land and houses. People from many countries live in this neighborhood. 10-year-old Samar and her family live in the blue house. They are Muslim, and the neighbors aren't friendly to them. Samar's wish says,
I wish for a friend.
Her wish comes true, and she becomes friends with her neighbor, Stephen. One day, a teenager carves the word leave into my body. It's a message for Samar's family. They don't feel safe in the neighborhood now. Also, my roots get into the neighborhood's plumbing. Because of these things, Francesca hires people to cut me down.
Well, the story continues here, and it's a good beginning. It says, Maeve adopted the baby and named her Amadora.
Wow, adopt 这个动词是收养、领养。We can adopt a cat, we can adopt a dog, or we can adopt a child. 我们也可以收养一个孩子。那 Maeve 这边就收养了这个孩子哦 and named her Amadora。Name 这边当作动词用，什么意思呢？我们来看一下吧。Name 这边当动词用，代表的是给点点点取名，像是我们可以说 She named her daughter Sydney， 代表她给她的女儿取名为 Sydney。那被动态也是很常见的哦。还有就是呢，当你看到 be named after， 那是以点点点命名，像是这样的例句 This street is named after the former mayor。这条街以前市长来命名。那当然 name 也可以当作名词用，就是我们最熟悉的 What's your name？ 你的名字是什么啊？ My name is Elsie。那单字例句给的是呢 Paul and Nora decided to name their daughter Isabel。Paul 跟 Nora 决定将他们的女儿取名为 Isabel。
So in this context, the word name is a verb which means to give somebody a name, to have a name. For example, I named my cat Ponyo.
Ponyo.
And my parents named me Reese, although my mum wanted to name me Jack.
Okay.
But my dad didn't like that name.
I think reads it a lot better, right?
Yeah, it's a cool name, huh?
Right. Maeve 收养了这个孩子，然后给他取名叫 Amadora. Is that a special name?
I've never heard the word Amadora, the name Amadora before. I think it sounds very beautiful.
Right.
Well, back to the article, it says, now Amadora's great-granddaughter, Francesca, is the owner of this block's land and houses. People from many countries live in this neighborhood. 10-year-old Samar and her family live in the blue house.
哇，好多资讯呢。我们首先先来看到字首 great 后面再加上家庭成员是什么样的意思。我们知道 granddaughter 是孙女，那前面加上一个 great-granddaughter 那就是曾孙女。那像祖母、奶奶、阿嬷是 grandma， 前面加个 great-grandma 那就是曾祖母。再来呢，我们还看到了同位语的用法哦，两个逗号包夹的资讯 Francesca 指的就是前方的Amadora's great-granddaughter。那现在呢，她是这个街区的土地和房子的拥有者。从许多不同国家来的人都在这个邻近地区住下来。10岁大的 Samar 和他的家人就住在蓝色的屋子里面。
Wow, so our story has jumped in time. We've moved a few generations into the future from when the baby was first found. Well, the article continues about the modern family. It says they are Muslim, and the neighbors aren't friendly to them.
Muslim 代表的是穆斯林，也就是伊斯兰教的信徒。
Yeah, Muslim. Islam is the name of the religion. A Muslim is a person who believes in Islam. Muslim can also be an adjective to describe anything that's related to the religion Islam. Muslims believe in a God called Allah, and their holy book is the Quran.
可是呢，课文这边说，当地的人对他们并不 friendly。friendly 这个字什么意思呢？ Let's find out.Friendly 这个形容词呢，代表友善的、友好的。你会看到它是从 friend 加上 ly 变成的一个形容词。那来过台湾的外国人都会说 Taiwanese are very friendly， 说我们台湾人非常的友善。那对人友善，我们可以用 be friendly to somebody， 像是 he's friendly to everyone he meets， 他对所有的人都很友善。那相反的，我们就在 friendly 的字首加上 un 变成 unfriendly， 那就是不友善的意思。那单字例句给的是呢 Jane is really friendly. She's always nice to everyone. Jane 很友善，那她总是对大家很好。
So friendly is an adjective, and somebody that is friendly is nice, kind, good to other people. A friendly person is a good person who treats other people well. The word is friendly because that person would probably make a good friend. Friendly people are helpful and they say kind things. There's a friendly person right here.
He is friendly too.
Oh, thank you.
那课文说呢，他们是穆斯林，而且邻居们对他们不友善。They are not friendly to them.
Yeah, so a pretty sad situation for the family. Well, the article continues, Samar's wish says, I wish for a friend. Her wish comes true, and she becomes friends with her neighbor, Stephen.
Samar 的愿望是呢，我希望能有个朋友。那后面呢，我们看到他的愿望实现了 ，come true 这个片语呢，代表就是希望或愿望的实现。他的愿望成真了，实现了，他和他的邻居 Stephen 成为好朋友。
Well, the article says, one day a teenager carves the word leave into my body.
A teenager does this, right? But what does a teenager mean? What does it mean? Let's find out.Teenager 这个名词呢，代表的就是青少年。那就年龄来说呢，一个人会从婴儿 baby 时期开始，成长到1到3岁的幼童 toddler， 再来变成 child 儿童，接着就是 teenager 青少年，再到adult 成年人。那 teenager 的岁数大概是13 to 19， 13到19岁。那给同学们一个例句哦 ，This novel is popular with teenagers， 代表这本小说受到青少年的欢迎。那单字例句给的是 Tommy was thin as a child, but he became fat when he was a teenager， 代表 Tommy 原本是一个很瘦小的孩童，但他成长到青少年的时候就变胖了。
So the word teenager is a noun, and a teenager is a person who is between 13 and 19 years old. There's a clue here. Any age with the word teen at the end you're a teenager. But at 19 or 18, you're kind of both a teenager and an adult, right?
没错，要登大人了。
Yeah.
就变成大人了，要变成 adult。OK， 那回到课文里面来呢，有一天有一个青少年做了一件事情 ，He carves the word leave into my body。这个 carve 的动作就是，尤其指的是在石头或是木头上做雕刻。
Okay, so carve is a verb which means to cut a hard material so that you can produce an object, design, or inscription. What does that mean? Well, when we carve, we usually use a very sharp tool like a knife or a pick to cut into wood or stone. You can make beautiful statues or art by carving, but it takes a long time. Some people like to carve their names into trees, which I don't think is very good for the tree.
那这个男孩他做了这件事情，他刻的字是 L-E-A-V-E, leave.
走开, huh?
走开。
Well, that's not very nice. The article says it's a message for Samar's family. They don't feel safe in the neighborhood now.
所以这是要给 Samar 的家看的。那现在当然他们不会觉得很 safe 咯。那 safe 是什么意思？我们来看一下吧。Safe 这个形容词呢，代表安全的。那相反字，我们可以在字首加上 un 变成 unsafe， 或者是我们可以说 dangerous 危险的。那有个片语呢是 safe and sound， 很常听到，它代表安然无恙的。像是我们可以说 Luckily they arrived home safe and sound。幸运的是呢，他们安然无恙的回到家了。那还有一个说法是 better safe than sorry。安全总比后悔好，也就是防范于未然的意思。那单字例句给的是呢 Fathers and mothers must keep their children safe。父母亲必须要确保孩子们的安全。
So the word safe is an adjective which means protected from danger. If you're safe, you're not likely to be hurt. To feel safe means to feel like nothing bad is going to happen. The opposite of safe is unsafe or dangerous. Rivers can be unsafe places, so don't go swimming in them. You might get carried away by the water. But Taiwan is a very safe place. I would even say Taiwan is one of the safest countries in the world.
世界上最安全的。Are you sure about that?
Feels super safe.
Yeah, it feels like that. 那 leave 这个字呢，是要刻给 Samar 一家人看的。那现在 Samar 一家人就觉得在这里是不安全的。
This is a very sad situation for the family, right? I grew up in the UK where we have many Muslim families living amongst the community. And some people don't like Muslims because they have a wrong impression about Muslims and the things that they do or believe in. Actually, Muslims are just people too. They just believe in a different system or religion to many other people. But they should be treated with respect, just like you hope to be treated with respect too.
对啊，不同宗教的人，我们都要应该尊重他们。
Exactly. Well, the article continues, and the tree has more to say. It says, also, my roots get into the neighborhood's plumbing. Because of these things, Francesca hires people to cut me down. Uh-oh.
Oops.
Looks like it could be the end of the line for the wish tree. But why? Because the wish tree's roots can sometimes interfere with plumbing. Be careful here because there's a silent B. Plumbing is spelled P-L-U-M-B-I-N-G. Plumbing is the system of pipes that move water around a building. You need good plumbing to have a toilet and sinks and water in your bathroom and kitchen. If you're a person that installs plumbing into a home, you are a plumber.
没错，那 plumbing 指的就是水管系统，所以呢，课文这边说到，也就是这个树又在说话了。还有啊，我的根部进到了这个区域的水管系统，因为这些事情 ，Francesca 雇佣了人要把我给锯断。Because of 这个片语呢，后面必须要加上是名词或是 VING 哦，因为 of 是个介系词。那所以同学们应该有个疑问，那 because 跟 because of 要怎么样分辨呢？我们先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解咯。
Magic Box.
那个 橘子啊，我阿妈昨天晚上连续剧都看完了，准备要来洗洗睡了，竟然跟我说上课要什么纸黏土，她忘记买了，在那边说什么本来下课就要去买，是妈你催我赶快回家吃饭，我才没有去买啊。Because you told me to come home early for dinner, I didn't stop by the shop. 因为你叫我赶快回家吃饭，我就没去文具店。哎呀，这什么歪理，在那边看拖，是我上学还是你在上学？哎，这个孩子真是的。哎呀，什么因为所以数学、国语、蟑螂、蚂蚁，这个呢，因为所以在英文里面呢，就可以用这个连接词 because， 因为跟这个 so， 所以那特别注意英文里面呢，不能够两个都用，只能用一个跟中文不太一样，要特别注意啦。今天呢，我们就要来看看呢 because 这个单字这个连接词要怎么用咯。它呢，刚刚讲过是一个连接词，顾名思义呢，就是可以连接两个句子。比方说，刚刚橘子讲的那个什么歪理 ，because you told me to come home early for dinner, I didn't stop by the shop. Because 带领的子句呢，就是理由，因为呢，你跟我说，所以呢，我回家。OK， 两个呢都是完整的句子。那用 because 连接起来的话呢，如果理由放前面，记得呢，我们中间要有逗号了。Because you told me to come home early. OK， 逗号 I didn't stop by the shop. 那呢，我们也可以放后面。I didn't stop by the shop because you told me to come home early. OK， 其实呢，就跟我们很熟悉的这个 and、but 这些连接词都是一样的用法咯。再来嘞，我们要一起认识一下because of 这个片语咯。当它加上了 of 之后呢，它呢就变成了介系词。注意到这个时候呢，就不能够连接两个完整的句子咯。所以呢，它后面只能够加上一个名词，表示呢造成这个结果的原因哦。像是呢，我们刚刚说的句子呢 ，I didn't stop by the shop because of you. OK， 后面呢我们就直接加上名词了，意思就是说，因为你，我没有去商店。那呢，我们可以再看一个例子了，多了解一下加上 of 这个句子结构跟意思产生了什么变化咯。比方说因为这个台风来了，所以演唱会取消了。The concert was cancelled.Because the typhoon was coming. 因为台风要来了，所以演唱会取消了。Because 连接两个完整的句子了。那看看 because of 呢，我们呢就会说 The concert was cancelled because of the typhoon. 因为台风，所以演唱会取消了。Because of 后面呢直接加上名词 typhoon。这个时候呢，我们可以替换成这个片语due to 或者是 owing to， 都是一样的意思咯。
So this is a real problem that trees have sometimes. Their roots grow really deep under the ground and they can, break up the pipes or other parts of buildings and make it unsafe.
So people are going to come to cut it down. Are we going to say bye to the wish tree?
I hope not. I think trees, especially ones that are super old and have been around for a long time, should be respected. I hope that they can find a way to live with the tree in harmony.
We'll find out tomorrow.
We will, but for now, let's go to our review time activity.
Review time.
Elsie, can you guess which game we're playing today?
我们要 unscramble the letters?
Exactly, it's anagrams.
Okay.
So these are 3 vocabulary words from the article, but I've mixed the letters around. It's your job to identify the original vocabulary word.
好的，同学们跟我一起把它们排成正确的顺序。
All right.
第一个
The first one, rage neat.
The word is a bit long, huh?
It is a long word.
因为我们今天有一个很长的字啊，
We do have a
而且
word.
里面有 3 E's. Teenager.
Teenager. Very good.
青少年. How do we spell the word?
Teenager.
Teenager.
We're teenagers, right, Elsie?
I think so.
Yeah, we're still teenagers at heart.
I hope so.
How about the second one? Fierce.
Fierce. F-E-A-S. Okay, so 4 letters. Safe.
Safe. Very good.
S-A-F-E.
很
Safe.
安全 Yeah,
安
safe.
全的。
How about the last one? Another 4-letter word. Very easy. Inam.
Mane, M-A-N-E.
That is a word, but that's not the word from the article.
没错，不是。所以又是4个字母。OK， 那就是 What's your name? Your name is Reese.
Very good.
Name.
N-A-M-E. Name is to give somebody a name.
课文里面当动词用。
Exactly. You guys can play anagrams at home as well, and it's a really good game for working on your spelling. That's all we have time for today, but we do have one more day about the wish tree. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Wish tree. Warm-up question. Who do you most want to be friends with?
Maeve adopted the baby and named her Amadora. Now, Amadora's great-granddaughter, Francesca, is the owner of this block's land and houses. People from many countries live in this neighborhood. 10-year-old Samar and her family live in the blue house. They are Muslim, and the neighbors aren't friendly to them. Samar's wish says,
I wish for a friend.
Her wish comes true, and she becomes friends with her neighbor, Stephen. One day, a teenager carves the word leave into my body. It's a message for Samar's family. They don't feel safe in the neighborhood now. Also, my roots get into the neighborhood's plumbing. Because of these things, Francesca hires people to cut me down.
Word power. Name. Name. Paul and Nora decided to name their daughter Isabel. Paul and Nora decided to name their daughter Isabel. Friendly. Friendly. Jane is really friendly. She's always nice to everyone. Jane is really friendly. She's always nice to everyone. Teenager. Teenager. Tommy was thin as a child, but he became fat when he was a teenager. Tommy was thin as a child, but he became fat when he was a teenager. Safe. Safe. Fathers and mothers must keep their children safe. Fathers and mothers must keep their children safe.
认识字汇
Adopt. Adopt. Carve. Carve. Plumbing. Plumbing.